All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Headless Horseman podcast, where we get a little headless, a little reckless, but we bring it in at the end of the day. I'm one of your co-hosts today, Optimus Coctimus, joined today with
Seymour Butts.
and welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. We do have a couple announcements we do want to grace you guys with first. We're going to be changing upload dates. We're going to start trying to upload on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday now, as compared to Tuesday. We just both work full time, so it's kind of been hard for us to just try to sync our schedules up. So we're going to try to just shoot for Sunday uploads each week, so that way we have more time to actually make more edits and have time to actually create better edits for you guys. We have been going in the right direction, but if we are going to craft better stuff for you guys, we want to take the time to do so. So we wanted to update you guys on that. Shout out to all you guys on YouTube, booming our stuff to the moon. We had a couple plays last week, so we're grateful for that. Mr. Butts, do you have any stuff you want to fill the viewers on?
Just the new upload schedule will be Friday and Saturdays, my boys. And we gonna be dank with it too. Golly, bro, I'm chilly as heck. I don't even know why.
You're cold? Yeah, my feet are a little cold. That's why I had to switch these socks up. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Feet always be cold. I'm like, Greg.
it's a tad bit nippy out here in these streets, man.
Hello, Nipmeister. But those were just our biggest things we wanted to update you guys on. So we're just going to take more time to get the uploads out. So hopefully this video gets out by like next Sunday and everything like that.
Right.
And so we can go from there. But with that being said, like I said, hope you guys are doing well. Hope everything's going great for you guys. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. So we're going to just lightly go over the draft as well as for our team this episode. And then probably rant a little bit about Reggie Bush getting his Heisman back. So we'll go ahead and start. Do you want to go over, how did you feel as a Chiefs fan about your draft overall? Good? Do you think it was good? Do you think it was bad?
I think it was a solid draft. Because of the way we methodically approached it. You know what I'm saying?
Like the Super Bowl champions you are?
That's right. We traded down with Buffalo. The fact that the Bungalow Bills, they were so dumb enough to trade with us. It's just like, come on, man. Why would, if I'm the Buffalo GM, I'd be like, what the hell is it you want that you're over here trying to trade with me for? Like, who is it you're after? And maybe I need to go after him. And It was a wide receiver. It's a fast guy. But the Bills drafted Keon Cole in the second round.
Right. Keon Cole was that
Florida State guy.
I believe
Florida
so.
State receiver.
So Buffalo ended up, they got Keon Coleman, right? They ended up getting him. I think there was another guy that we talked about that they got earlier before we started. Maybe it was Ray Davis, that running back from Kentucky. But they just need to keep giving those 9/11 speeches. That's all. Which one are you? Which one are you? Are you a pedestrian? Or are you a pilot crash out? Which one are you, buddy?
Are you a firefighter or a freedom fighter?
Yeah. That's what they need to start doing. That was funny. But no, I think we knew you guys wanted. You guys have always been people who have came in, like even on your guys' first Super Bowl run. I mean, you guys had like the fastest wide receiver room.
Right.
Even who was the running back you had? The guy that kicked that woman. I mean, there's a lot of...
Kareem Hunt?
Yeah, he had wasn't he a 4.3 guy?
I think so.
Yeah, you guys...
4.4. Kareem Hunt was pretty fast, though.
When you guys had...
Dang,
when you guys first had Tyreek Hill and everybody around him, you guys were all averaging like 4.2s, 4.3s, you had the fastest wide receiver group before everybody took off to go to Miami.
That's crazy. Kareem Hunt was a great running back, too. Until he did what he did. That's the crazy part. I'm just now remembering that.
Yeah,
the Kareem Hunt era was kind of wild, man.
Well, a lot of people thought he was going to... First of all, the best era for like Kansas City running back football that I remember was Jamal Charles. That was disgusting. Even after he bounced back from that first ACL tear, I was like, "Oh, it's over."
Oh, they had him on stage reading.
I heard about that. What couldn't he pronounce?
But people don't realize. Like he has a learning disability ever since he was a kid. That's that Texas education right there,
Yeah,
though, bro.
something. Because I'm
Like,
like, dog, you're 30 and you
like
still
the
reading like
state he
that?
grew up in did not help him at all, bro. That's a, I'm telling you. But Jamal Charles, yeah, he has a learning disability.
You're 30. You can fix that. Yeah, I'm
He
sorry.
had all the money in the world.
Well, even remember
Yeah,
Kevin
bro.
Garnett when he was like the
Equivalent.
yeah equivalent, like trying to speed over like we did. No, wait.
Oh my god, bro.
You can fix that when you're 30. You
Yeah.
can literally like, oh, I wasn't great fishing even though I was from the country. You could literally go to Bass Pro Shop and pay a guy to teach you how to fish for the rest of your life. You know,
Right.
but yeah, no, you guys seem to clean up really well. You know, per ESPN, it said you guys didn't get a defensive tackle or running back, but you guys may just pick up a running back off the block because you just need a second running back just to help out a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, I mean, it seemed like you guys hit 3 for 5 on what they said. I mean, even with the swap, like the huge swaps that you guys are doing, like I remember Atlanta used to do those giant swaps, like platoon swaps.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting another defensive tackle that can come in on a couple second down, third down series to help out.
Getting some more bodies.
Yeah,
Let the bodies hit the flow.
Yeah. So, but you're happy as a Kansas City fan with what you guys did?
I am very satisfied.
Very satisfied. Now, as a
Very
Packers fan, let's go ahead and start the slander off. As a Packers fan, I did like that we actually did go out and get an offensive tackle. Thank God. You know, like we need this help up front because we got rid of Bakhtiari. I'm pretty sure Jordan Morgan's going to replace him. So Bakhtiari's out. I don't know if he's with his boyfriend Aaron Rodgers with the Jets, but we got a new guy in him, which I was actually thoroughly pleased with. We did need some linebackers, so we did get Edgar and Cooper from Texas A&M. He's a linebacker. Great run defender. Okay, I like that. I like that. So maybe he'll play more inside. And so we'll see what else he has to develop. But I like that we did get that guy as well. We did have issues with our linebackers, I guess, covering run game, getting a little going sideline to sideline with the run game. So that'll be solid. The safety thing was always the big thing. We didn't re-sign Darnell Savage, or the prize.
Jonathan
Yeah, Jonathan was it Owens, right?
Owens or something like
Yeah.
that.
But we did get Javon Bullard because I know we're gonna need somebody that can play in the box. So we'll see if he's able to play in the box as well as every. Yeah, so he can play a nickel even as a split safety. Should make him an early starter in Green Bay. Yep. After the Packers lost Darnell Savage to free agency, so considering we only had 7 interceptions, but hopefully, like I said, being able to get a guy to play in those nickel splits and everything is going to be good because we do need guys to be able to play underneath or be able to roam over the top. We picked up Marshawn Lloyd as a running back from USC. Some people were saying he was the best running back in the draft, some of them, but I mean to be honest, good foot speed. My thing is like, did we need it? We could have just re-signed Aaron Jones, but we didn't do that. I don't. That would probably be one. If it doesn't work out this year with this, we should have re-signed Aaron Jones. I'll just put it at that. Yes,
Right.
it's a business, but at the same time, Aaron Jones took a pay cut because he believed in us, and we ain't believe in him as an
Yeah.
organization. So, but Marshawn Lloyd being able to get that, if he does just as good, then sure. But at the same time, we do these fits where we'll run the ball, but then once our quarterbacks get hot, then we like throw away the run game. And it's like I think you gotta still use the run game. So then we picked up Michael Pratt, a quarterback. I don't know what that's about.
Ooh, yeah, like,
So who did we need?
yeah. What do you think you guys needed the most? Just like linebackers that could run sideline to sideline.
So linebacker for sure, offensive tackles because Bakhtiari and I think our
Yo.
right tackle were struggling. Like they were ranked terribly. Corners and safeties because I mean let's be honest, like Darnell Savage was like probably our best safety on the team. Then Jair Alexander, teams
Javon
are
Bullard that's a solid pickup though.
yeah, and then we just needed a guard, but I'm pretty sure we could probably trade up to maybe get sign like a center offensive guard to actually pick that up or pick somebody up in free agency, which is fine. Um, but I think one of the biggest things was our inside linebackers. if we're going to be running this 4-3 split, we got to have inside linebackers that can cover sideline to sideline. I don't know who's going to be playing like middle linebacker in this 4-3 a prototype that we want. Like, I'd love to get McQueen.
Right.
Like, if we could have picked up McQueen during the off season,
Patrick McQueen.
he would have been
Patrick Queen.
he would have been he would have been perfect to just play in the middle and be able to direct everybody around and bark everybody around.
Right.
Saw what he did at Baltimore, and I think he was with the San Fran or was he with the Buck? I can't remember who he was with before. Levante Davis, the guy that played with Tampa. He's
Levante David and Devin White.
yeah, I think they're both free agent. I don't.
I think you. Who picked up Devin White?
I think we
you
may have
guys
picked up
did.
Devin
Yeah,
White,
you guys
so-
picked up Devin White.
So if anything, he'll be playing, quarterback in the defense.
Hey, y'all might be onto something out there,
I'm
dog.
trying to tell you, bro. They need to put me up in there, dog. I see it for what it is. The Mystic Mac. So we picked up that, but even this other safety we picked up from Oregon State, Keaton Oladapo. Now
Oladipo.
No, Oladapo. It's really Oladapo. He has long arms, which is good. And he plays tight ends. So, see, this may be the guy that we need in the box. Crash out in the box. Cover tight ends with them long arms. Tracks the ball well. High points the ball, which should probably come natural to him soon enough because he has long arms. I mean, if
Right.
we're going to be off it. Great wrap-up tackler and plays it. He's a crack. He made your 6'2", 216. Yeah, you're playing in the box, buddy. You're not playing. Like, he could probably play a couple of deep thirds when we need it. But being able to play this on a 3rd and 3 situation and shade a tight end who we know is going to get the ball, this is what I'm talking about right
Pressing
here.
him right at the line.
Just like that. Oh. No, I hit the echo, so I was like, this is what this is gonna be perfect because that's literally we just need a guy to shade tight ends if we go to like a nickel or dime set. And then we picked up Kalen King from Penn State. He's smaller, but he's a competitive press. This is what I'm talking about. Getting up in people's grills. So what? He's 5'11". So what? He's probably running with some speed guys and some physical guys, right? So you're pressing the big guys, but then you're also able to make small guys uncomfortable at the line. This is what I'm talking about. He can pluck the ball out the air or rip it out before receivers can complete the catch. That's perfect. That's perfect. Breaking up passes. That's what you love to see. Then we got Evan Williams from Oregon.
Right.
Run defender who flies around. See, in the box, crash out. This is what you need in a 4-3. When I got to call a safety down for a 4-4 because we smell run.
He said in the box, crash out.
This is what you need. You need your safeties to crash out in the box. This is what I'm talking about.
Right.
You want a guy who can make it hard for tight ends. With the league going more with tight ends being big-ass receivers, this is what you need. Crash outs.
Crash out.
You got
The
12.
new crash out position.
Yeah, you got 12 personnel, 13 personnel coming on the field. We don't have time to be calling timeouts.
Right.
We need people immediately to do this. Okay, you're 5'11", 200, but you ran a 4.5. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. I'll take
He
it.
said that's not terrible.
I'll see. Like, I really just care about what your 10-yard split is. I could give a dang about your 40 because people be gassing out about 40s. You fly around and pop tackles. Oh, you're perfect. You're perfect. That's what I'm talking about.
As long as you play aggressive.
And then let's look at some of these linebackers. I need you to be able to roam the field sideline to sideline. So we got Tyron Hopper. But can it really be Tyron Hooper? Does he got that in him?
Does he balling?
He's a lighter inside linebacker playing downhill between the tackle. Oh, my God. Oh, I just creamed my pants right there. They said he played. Oh. This is what we had troubles with defending the run. So you can shoot gaps. You're quick. You can dice. You can slice like a scalpel with the surgeon. This is what I'm talking about. You can wrap up. Oh, dude, you're in there. You're and special teams upside. Hopefully we can get to the Super Bowl without having any special teams problem, right? So we don't have to depend on luck on the special teams play. This buddy right here, he may be it. We talked about that guy Cooper. Yeah, like I really like what we put together this year. This I'm not saying this is our year. I'm not stupid. See, like Jacob Monk, he may honestly get moved to a guard. You know, If he has the hips, I need to see them hips, baby. I need to see them hips. He has initial pop maintained. Yeah, you're gonna probably get moved to a guard, bud. Come on, welcome to the pack, baby. Welcome to the pack. This is what I'm talking about.
The pack is the pack back, Larry?
I hope so. I really do. Hopefully, the front office has been trying to say, "Hey, we got vision. We know where we need to go, and that's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We can't be going down to Brazil, starting out and lose."
Yeah.
We
and you guys playing Brazil.
Yeah, I may take out a loan to go watch that game personally. Honestly,
Taking out a loan.
yeah, just to get some scouting reports, just to come back to the horse quarters and let y'all know what's going on.
Get this man out of here, man.
So that's kind of just our opinions on the draft. Honestly, as a Packers fan, I like what we're doing. A lot of times you just got to be a little scrappy, see vision, move some people around, and I think that's good. Like I said, our problem was we needed people to be able to crash out in the box from the safety position, number one. Do we have that? Yes. And all we needed was one more guy to roam over the top so we can actually be a threat when we have 4 threes coming downhill to force throws. And do we have guys that can pluck the ball out there, even bat downs? Interceptions, bat downs, all frustration at the end of the day, and that's what counts. Also, like I said, inside linebackers that can play between the tackles is great. And our edge rushers, I think we still got our edge rushers that we're keeping this year. So, honestly, if we can keep everything between the tackles running, the Rizok, or with those people trying to force to run the rock, defensively, we're there. Offensively, we just need to pay the respect to the run game. If we're going to run the ball, keep running it. Get downhill. Once Jordan Love gets fired, yes, but we need to stop trying to put Jordan Love in situations where he has to be a hero. We have to be the Justice League and spread the ball and spread the wealth. So, do you have any other closing thoughts?
I would just like to say that personally, I'm so sorry to you Bills fans that have to endure all this hate.
Y'all need to.
Yeah, man. That's if Keon Coleman doesn't have a breakout year, it'll be rough for you Bills fans because you have no wideouts.
You're gonna see the same thing that happened with Stephon Diggs and really see the problem.
It's like you ain't gonna have no wideouts pretty much, man. That's tough.
And then yeah, that's gonna be tough. Honestly, another thing that was tough. Well, they didn't get much slander. I don't think was Dallas. I don't think they got a lot of slander.
Nope.
So I mean,
you know who deserved more slander than that? The Falcons.
Falcons, dog. Falcons. That whole organization looked like they just trying to pull their head up out their, their fifth point of contact. When I see that owner, how old he is, I'm like, dog, I should not have to explain the game of football to you.
The GM was sitting there trying to explain it to him too. He's like,
we had to do this. We got to do this. And it's like, dude, like I shouldn't have to sit there.
He
it's
looked like Joe Biden. That's what he had the Joe Biden look on him, bro. The Joe Biden body language. What are we doing?
Like, buddy, you know what we're doing, bud. You know what we're doing. Stop acting lost. Get back. Get your head out and get it in the game.
Right.
But Dallas, they need to get rid of Dak. That's that's where it should start. We're gonna be honest. But we'll go ahead and look at some other draft stuff. Caleb Williams, Bears with all the Bears trades. You like how the Bears are gonna
be?
The Bears.
The Bears.
We're still gonna own you, but that's fine. But
bro, if Caleb Williams upsets you guys, Caleb Williams upsets the Packers, you found yourself a new rivalry.
Shut your hooking mouth. That ain't never happening. That ain't never happening.
It's not.
Look, I'm not saying that upset's going to happen, but do I think the thing is like, who's your guys' offensive coordinator right now? You know what I mean? And then two, it's like a lot of these teams still, like, the Bears have just never been the same since those early day rivalries where we had to play these guys for, like, the champion. Like, we had to beat them in double overtime, basically, by a field goal. And you're talking about when we had a loaded room of, like, Eddie Lacy, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Donald Driver, like a lot of playmakers that we needed to win that game.
Donald Driver on one, Greg Jennings
on one leg. Like getting it, just thug it out. And my thing is like, it's probably gonna be a little bit of time before they actually get back to that position again.
Drake or Jaden Daniels
to Washington.
No Eric Bieniemy, boy.
Yep.
They might be dealing something over there though with Dan Quinn if they pull their heads out their butt. Maybe they'll win like 6 or 7 games.
Dan Quinn needs to figure out to get out of his. He needs to be a man on a crash out mission.
28-3 was unacceptable.
28-3, and then what he was doing in Dallas. You have to be willing to crash out. I'll be like, you know what I got to prove it here? Look at that. I look at that score every morning. I wake up and I say, I have to beat that. I have to. That's my one. I'm not dying until I beat that. At least get a Super Bowl ring. You have to get one. Like, you know, with the way you revolutionize platoon swapping in Atlanta, having no problem.
Right.
Then not doing that in Dallas. And having playmakers in different types of places and having a meshed defense better, in my opinion, with the Dallas Cowboys defense. And then you can't figure it out.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then you want to become a head coach? Oh, it was McCarthy's fault? Oh, it was Shanahan's fault? What are we doing? What are we doing?
What the are we doing?
And then Drake May to the Patriots. Will OJ Mayo have the white sauce that he needs? Pause. To get him to the Super Bowl like his predecessor?
Gerard Mayo.
Gerard Mayo, baby.
Nigga said OJ Mayo.
Did I really say OJ? I'm thinking about OJ Mayo getting kicked out the league.
Yeah, for gambling or something?
Yeah.
Drake
He
May.
extends plays, locates receivers late, adjusts his arm angle. But where was that when you should have been in the college football playoffs, May?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm?
Trubisky 2.0 here, man. That's all I'm thinking.
Well, North Carolina or Duke or North Carolina,
North Carolina.
North Carolina are trying to do the best they can to get some type of recognition. For what? You guys are known for law. That's it.
And then all they do is choke throughout the later season. Every
Exactly.
time.
And it's like, who is on the ACC? Come on, buddy. You got to get over the hump. The one guy that was actually good that came from a small school was just dicing people up was that left-hander. Who did he play for, Hawaii?
Mm-hmm.
You remember the lore behind that guy's name coming out of college? Disgusting. And if he would have had a better team, he would have been lighting everybody up. But, it's hard to really be in favor of that, buddy.
Right.
Okay, another guy. Marvin Harris Jr.
Oh man, that's gonna.
What are we doing?
That's gonna hurt, man.
What are we
Cardinals.
doing?
I hope the Cardinals don't waste this man's career. But it's the Cardinals, though. See what they did to Larry Fitz. Made
me throw fits.
One Super Bowl appearance.
That's it. They got a wide receiver. They got a corner. See, they didn't do. They got a couple edge rushers. They got a couple. They're going to be in a rebuild stage for the next 2 years at least. They got a tackle. They got a tight end. They got another tackle. They're probably going to move some of these guys to guards. But the offensive line, you got to start with the offensive line if you want this to work. How are you going to get the route to actually utilize? Marvin Harris can't just be running slants all day because we can't do nothing. You want to be able to extend plays and all that, then yeah. But Kyle Murray's already talking about he want to put down the controller and play. So maybe we're actually. I know that's what I said too. But like I said, Marvin Harrison Jr. If he ain't getting the ball, you're not trying to throw many attempts to him. What are we doing?
Yeah, bro. What the hell are we doing?
If I'm him, I'm packing up and I'm going to Houston.
Man.
Yeah, see?
CJ Stroud, Marvin Harrison.
Get me on
Jr.
NFL, dog. I'm out here.
That'll be a classic. That's probably will that be the future direction of his?
Well, I mean, look, you got a young team that actually has something to prove. Right. And you have a guy that comes from a dad that wants to prove something as well. Why are you going to go to a place that's just like, like they're panicking because they don't know, they're in fear because they don't truly understand how to use talent. They don't.
And Marvin Harrison Sr. sees that too.
Yeah, he tell him to give you the damn ball. Well, it don't matter if the offensive coordinator don't know how to draw up. You may get another Matt Canada situation where George Pickens is just making plays out of his butt. I mean, George Pickens last year was making. They need to call him St. George Pickens the way he was saving the Pittsburgh Steelers and Matt Canada's career.
Yeah, bro, he was making some crazy catches.
Oh, Canada, straight down the drain. Get him up out of here. Bounce Matt up out of here.
Bouncing through the canvas, mate.
So you got to go to somebody that's actually fiending to actually want to do something with that. Was the Steelers trying to fiend to actually do something with St. George Pickens? No. What about old buddy that played for the Bills that they just traded that played for Stephon Diggs.
Oh, Diggs.
Stephon Diggs was digging nothing from him. He was digging mad routes over there in Minnesota and Buffalo. Could not get him the ball. Now are we going to see the same thing with Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Right.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, the only other place I'll go to is Miami. But even then, are you gonna be trying to battle it out every day with Tyreek Hill, who may just punch you because you think you? Never mind. Never mind. I ain't even gonna say my fault. My fault. That
Oh
was
my
out of pocket.
God.
That was out of line. But I'll go there. I would go to Houston because it seems like they have something to prove. You know, more than anybody else. Joe Alt, offensive tackle for he's probably gonna be their starting left tackle. Yep. Yeah, he's probably gonna be their left tackle. That's a good start. I think if you get a quarterback, you got to get a left tackle.
All right.
Malik Neighbors went to the New York Giants, but will he get the touches he's looking for? Probably not. The Giants have been flipping coins for a while with these quarterbacks, and did they actually go out and get some offensive linemen this year? Hell if I know. I mean, they look, they even in this draft report, they said they didn't even go out to get an offensive guard or an offensive tackle. So what? All skill positions. Pathetic. Pathetic. Are you gonna pick this up? Are you really confident that your offensive lineman room is gonna develop? Like, is your coach that good in there? I mean, you got a safety, you got a corner, you got a tight end, running back. That's like creme de la creme. That's icing on the cake. But how are we supposed to get the ball out if we can't make throws? What are we doing? What are we doing? Next on the list, Michael Penix Jr. to Washington. I'm sorry, to the Atlanta Falcons. No, that is a starting quarterback. And now guess what? I mean, you pay Kirk Cousins too much money to say, we're going to go after and get you, buddy, and then to go pick this up? Come on, bud.
Right.
I can understand if you got the quarterback that we got. That's understandable. That trying to develop a second backup. But I mean, how much faith do you have in? That's saying you don't have much faith in Kirk Cousins to get the job done or even to play. And I could understand that with the injuries he's had in the past and an Achilles injury. But at the same time, you don't pay that much money to a guy that you don't believe that much into, and then do this. Pathetic. Atlanta Falcons took one of the worst L's, I think, with doing that. Because are you going to trade? Where's Penix going to go? You going to trade him for something else? I could see him going to Cleveland potentially. But then again, Cleveland played Deshaun Watson too much money.
Too much, and they still haven't got return on their investment.
Exactly. Were you going to take him to the Titans?
Nowhere.
Nowhere, buddy. Unless the Dallas Cowboys make a move, that I could see it happening.
Yeah, but they ain't going nowhere.
Rome Odunze, from that wide receiver from Washington, went to the Bears. Okay, I like that. The Bears are building that wide receiver room. They got Keenan Allen, him, and I think another wide receiver, so that's good. J.J. McCarthy to the Vikings. That was probably the best quarterback draft position, because he ain't gonna have to do too much for what they need him to get done. So, and Bo Nix to freaking Broncos. GG's, buddy. Brock Bowers getting dicey down in Las Vegas. Raiding with the Raiders. How do you feel about that one?
Brock, Cowboy B. Brock, man. This hurts, dog. Fuck the Raiders.
Yeah. But overall,
hopefully we don't have another Darren Waller situation on our hands here.
Please. I was off the perkies, man, just bowing. Bending.
But I mean, just think about how much shit going on in that organization to where players are doing that just to take their mind off of what's going on in the field instead of.
Well, he was doing that since college days too, when he was at Penn State. And he just got a divorce too.
Yeah, dude.
He may be back.
Where is he? Is he on the team right now?
Yeah.
Which is he on the? What team is he on? The Eagles or something? The Giants?
I think it's the Dolphins.
The Dolphins?
Maybe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, he yeah. But I like this draft this year. A lot of people are investing in the offensive line. I think there was 4 or 5 offensive tackles that went in the first 15. So that speaks a lot to what they need to get done. I mean, usually I think if it's like linemen, it's usually everybody's crashing out over edge rusher or defensive tackle. But we didn't really see too much of that this year. So, but we'll see. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh, we're at 30 minutes already. All right, we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
Oh man, dude.
We was going in. We was cooking, brother.
It's probably
because I took so much time on the pack. Because we had to, bro. We needed everything. So we'll go ahead and clean it up with some Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush has finally got his Heisman back. How do you feel about that, brother?
Man, what's wrong with your voice, bro? You freaking
I got the auto-tune on.
Oh.
That real life auto-tune. baby girl. I'm sorry.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
freaking NCAA is gay for that.
Whoa, hey. Gay? Why are they?
And
Why are
we
you
mean,
gay?
We mean that in the lame way. That's what it meant growing up.
Whoa, hey. But what makes you think? Okay, so Reggie Bush finally gets his Heisman back, and I think, to be honest, maybe this is finally the NCAA waking up to that. This is the future. Paying players, workers comp.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're gonna be honest, if we're like the minute they start saying they're paying players, it's like they're workers, and they're taking away an award, like the most diligent worker award. It's kind of pathetic. So, but I think maybe it's just showing the shift in the graft of like what's actually going on here, and I think that's actually good. But to take it, I understand under the rules that they had during those days, but it's like,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people had to. I think this is there some mess? Yes, and there's going to probably still be some NIL mess, but at the end of the day, this is the job for a lot of these guys. You're not going to tell me waking up before going to class for, working on your craft, then going to class, then having to work on your craft again. You're not going to tell me that that's not a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not going to school to get a degree. You're there. We know why you're there, bud.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct. But for them to sit there and take away his trophy for this long, hold on to it, and then be like, oh, fine, here you go. It's like, come on, man. They've been calling for you to do the right thing for years, and you finally did it.
Mm-hmm. Speak about it, dog. Speak about it.
It just feels like the bar is set in hell. That's ridiculous.
It's slowly getting raised, but we're getting out of the Dante's Inferno 9 levels of hell. We went from 9 to 8.
It's like, this is ridiculous, NCAA. The fact that you've made all this money off these athletes' name, image, and likeness.
Get on them.
Even
hold on. Say that one more time for the reverb.
If anything, they should have just called it the Reggie Bush NCAA Athletes Act or something like that, and then giving them a Heisman on top of that. If we're being honest.
Well, do you think what other players do you feel has been slighted by the NCAA?
Him and Johnny Manziel.
What happened to Johnny?
Or not John. Why in the hell did I say Johnny Manziel?
I don't know.
The situation he got in trouble for, or he would be secretly taking money.
Yeah, him.
But think
him
about
and what's his name that had the Pony Express? Eric Dickerson was I think.
When SMU got the death penalty.
Well, that was after he left, but that was because they had to make a statement. I think that was more so. The reason Eric Dickerson probably got away with that is like you're not beating Texas money. Mm-hmm. Texas money went too far and diverse for them to beat him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he forfeited his trophy in the wake of significant NCAA sanctions for USC, which included Bush receiving improper benefits during a Trojan career span from 2003 to 2005. So he's getting it back. Personally, I'm thrilled to reunite with my fellow Heisman winners and be a part of the storied legacy of the Heisman Trophy, and I'm honored to return the Heisman family, Bush said in a statement to ESPN. I also look forward to working together with the Heisman Trust to advance the values and mission of the organization. And honestly, people are saying the same thing I was thinking in the comments. They better pump out as many Heisman commercials, or I better see him working. The same way the ESPN had Stephen A. Smith working during COVID. I don't want that many commercials.
Right.
But yeah. Do you have anything? Yeah. So the reason they gave it back was the trust cited fundamental changes in college athletics, in which rules that have allowed student athlete compensation, NIL money. Let's say it, NIL money.
Right.
And so, yeah, it's about time. I don't know if this is a new guy in a new year. We considered the enormous changes in college athletics over the last several years and decided that now is the right time to reinstantiate the trophy for Reggie. It should have been done a while ago. Right. We are so happy to welcome him back. So, yeah. So right after allowing athletes to be compensated for their name, image, and likeness were enacted in 2021, Bush began lobbying for his trophy to be returned. Yeah, they should have did this the minute. They should have opened up with this for NIL. We want, like, the way Steve Jobs would open up with new Apple products, they should have been like, we want to start this off right. They should have brought him on stage and gave him his trophy back. But yeah, so do you have any other closing comments about that, buddy?
No, man, that's just my 2 cents about the Bushmaster.
The Buschenhauser.
This is a Buschenheimer.
So That's
House of Bush.
the House of Bush.
What's that hand doing, bud?
Don't worry. It's with the wrong hand anyways, buddy. But yeah, that kind of concludes what we got going on here at the Headless Horseman headquarters. Thank you for joining us in. Like I said, we're changing uploads to give you guys better energy, more stuff, mo better, mo faster. So thank you for joining in with us at another episode at the Headless Horseman, where we get a little headless, a little reckless, but here we are bringing it in at the end of the day. I'm one of your co-hosts today, Optimus Coctimus, joined today with
See more butts.
Headless Horseman. Let's ride, and we'll see you in the next one.